Good morning, everybody. Luke here from Breakout Trading. Um, we're gonna go ahead and call Antonio right now. Uh, for those of you who don't know, Antonio was a hedge fund manager for about 11 years. He's been trading about 20 years, went to school for all this, highly advanced trader, and I'm going to show that to you this morning. He tends to stick around mid caps and more large cap trading, point trading essentially, which can always be adjusted into option trading, options trading. Uh, so I can show you how that's done as well. Um, I got my account ready over here. The only thing I'm really watching this morning, um, it's it's a long shot, but is I'm looking at Achieve this morning. I'm already in Achieve a little bit, but I'm selling out if it goes below 109, 107, and it's not on any kind of advanced list or anything like that. It's just um, the history of this stock, its float, its volume. Um, it was very attractive to me. So, um, other where are we? Where is it? Here it is. Other small caps that are attractive to me this morning. Thor, no. XBIT. Love this one. Love this one. Love this one. Love this one. It's got to come down a little bit more, but this is like your pop up dead cat bounce and then pop up again. But just even a move from $23 to 30, that's like very possible with this one. And although the volume is a little low in comparison to the float, ARQL, the float is extremely high for the pre-market, 17 million. It's probably one of the highest floats on this page. It is the highest float on this page. 100 million share float, but yeah, it's a buyout. So I'm pretty sure this one's a buyout. I looked into it and then immediately was turned off. Fate, very interesting. Um, won't say more about that one. I think Tony's told me he liked that one, so I'll let him bring that up. But as you can see, the only thing off about it is the low volume. Achieve, this is my favorite right now. It's at 10% of the float, which is ideal. Um, it's got a history of popping and then dumping, so you want to make sure you get out at the right points. Um, the float is very low. If something was going to be manipulated today, it would be this one. A good exit would be about 150, 145, 155 within that level, within that range. Um, although Achieve could even go over the pre-market highs. That's above 2. I don't see that happening. You never know. Then again, you never know. NTXL. So a lot of great small caps. I went through pretty much all the big ones. Let's call it Sony because the way I'm gonna do it is because I'm trading small caps. I'm gonna put in any substantial bids, any bids I like from Tony. I'm gonna put them in over here on the sim, and I have my regular account over here. So if I really like it, I'll put it in on my regular account. But sometimes he hits me with like 5 stocks. He hits us with like 5 stocks, 6 stocks, 7 stocks, and I like to narrow it down. So, but I do want to have everything plotted, as we discuss. All right, let me stop wasting time. Let's call him. I'm just gonna turn off the volume for 1 second. There is no sound problems. I'm just turning down the volume to say hello, and then I'll patch him in.
What's up, Luke? Yeah, I just gave you the one pick. I'm at the doctor's right now. Just run that pick over there I gave you to them. Tell them it's slow today because it is slow. It's a lot of buyouts. But just I gave it to the other two idiots too. Yeah, yeah. All right, I'll come on later. Bye.
All right, he's gonna come on a little later, but he says right now the only thing he really likes is Fate, which is unusual. Fate 15 entry, 1510 entry, 1510 to 1515 to 15. Hold on. But he is going to come on in a little bit later. I tried to get an exact from him, and I couldn't get it. All right. Well, if that's the case. Achieve. I really like the entry now, to be honest with you. If it bounces off this 110 level here, Fate, DocuSign, these are all ones we're watching here. Let me see something. Uh, Talked about frequently in my chat group today is this SSRA, and I think that was oh no, that was Sage. Sage was the big one, right? The one that made a ridiculous move on Friday or something. Maybe not. Maybe the day before it made that ridiculous move. Ooh, ridiculous move down. Um, Great on the short. All right. All right. So, anything else that he would be looking at? Let me see. Um, he just likes Fate. Everything else is he's right is really like a buyout kind of thing. OBSV maybe. Let's take a look at that. Let's flash it through everything. OBSV. Um, Ooh, I like this one a lot. All right, so it pops up, pops up. If it popped up again, it'd almost be like a Head and Shoulders. You see that in there? Um, but I like this one because it's already at that pullback level. Shoot, go forward. Pre-market must have been. Uh, huh. OBSV dumping very quickly. XBIT should be on here. XBIT, I really like. But XBIT, it could pop right out the gate. I'm hoping it pulls back a little bit more It can pull back to a level of about XBIT 1748 as well as 1748. So you're looking at like 17 on the pullback on that one. Um, XBIT. Yeah, there's not much. I mean, we don't have to trade. XBIT 17, 16. Looks more like 15. Between 15 and 17 is the ideal re-entry here. It's at a 52-week high. And it is up on, what is it up on? Roku, I want to keep an eye on today. Maybe put play on Roku. All right, so Fate, Tony likes the bids at, as I said, let me put the bids in. That was the whole purpose of getting out the sim. Although, this has potential here. I hate this phone, man. All right. All right. Anybody achieve at 107? Yeah. Achieve looks like we're gonna have to wait. We're gonna have to wait till the open really to see. Um, 15, 15 to 20, 115 and change. It's got 115.10 on the spot. So max my sell level 2. 150. Yeah, you can see it's doing the pullback right now, or it's pulling back. It's doing the pullback. 1510 feels very low, but not really. All right, let's go ahead and 1,000 shares. That's $15,000. Let's say you wanted to do less than that. Say like 500 shares, $7,500, which is reasonable. I'm gonna bump it up to. I'm only bumping it up because I really can't understand his thing. If he's saying it could go from 15 to 20, or if he's saying 15, 20. It sounds weird to me that he would say 15, 10, 15, 20 bid. So I'm just gonna put the bid at 15, 20. All right, so the bid's in at 15, 20. Got 2 minutes till the open. Um, yeah. All right, there you go. This is starting to gain some volume right before the open. Achieve, we're talking about here. Kind of figured that would happen. Um, XBit entry is 17. on that one, 1750. It's possible it could pull back to that. And what you would want to do is go like half in, or a third in at that 1750 in case it pulls back down to the R1, which is at like 1550. You could average out at about 1650. Um, there you go. Getting some action on achieve. UVXY, don't care about right now. Uh, all right. SRRA. So I'm talking about it in my group this morning. All right. We should be open. Did I not? Yeah. Okay. Roku with the pop up. Big pop up. SSRA is dumping. Achieve is popping somewhat. XBIT dumped down to 21. I just got a text from Tony Hedges. He says XBIT $20.10. Ignore that. There goes Faith. Didn't pull back. Pulled back to 17, not 15. Not worth the chase. Market took a dive out the gate. Okay, here comes XBIT pulling down pretty hard. But the thing is, you can't take that. Tony doesn't mind averaging down. So if I see Really, 17 is what you should wait to. I don't know if 20 is what you should wait to, or yeah, because I could see this going down to 17 before it reverses. So I'm just gonna be patient, no rush to get an empty thing. Mhm. Hmm. How did that happen? No volume on observe. Plenty volume on. Hey, Roku is killing it. Don't chase. Don't chase. Let's see, IGEX. Yeah, it's 1 cent. SPY. XBIT, how's that looking? Still slowly coming down. Roku's pulling back down. What was that alert? I missed that alert. Okay, XBit. So that's at 20 level. 2050. Let it go down a little more. This pulling back. I like Roku. Trade. I'm already on Roku. Look at that. Position. How do we have a position? It's a leftover position. Oh, as you can see, it's up. All right. Well, in that case, see if that uptrend continues. Typically, it doesn't. Typically, it like pops up and then dumps. That's been the trend for that one. But yeah, now it's popped down, gives you a chance to get entry if it decides to go back up. If it doesn't decide to go back up, then it's not. I like that this is not breaking down below 107. So I'm not gonna take that. Okay, exhibits popping back up now. On that pullback to 20. It might be a good time for an entry on that. Um, let me see something here. All right, we'll try the entry on this one. 2075. Well, since it's a pullback and we got time, we can go ahead and go to the options. And pulling back, pulling back. Is it pulling back more? No, now it's popping up. Let's take 5. Okay, let's see. Roku. This is the one that we added. It's down currently. And then XBit, the one that we added, is down a lot. All right, let's see if XBit and Roku, yeah, SSRA dumped. Achieve is staying at this 107 level. Went down to 103 already. I don't think this is going to do anything. It might. You got to give it some time. 144. Hold on. Maybe I got a text. Let me see. All right. Let's see if this XBit thing pulls up. Roku broke below the VWAP. Might be another great entry here. I'm going to go for it on that one, Roku. I can't see it going back down to 132. I took the look at the chart, which I'll show in a second. Um, and the trend, you can kind of see it like bopping up and down. And it doesn't look like it's going to be it looks like almost an ascending trend, not a descending trend. And I'll show you exactly what I mean. Now, if it were to hit 132 again, that would be weird because you have to remember, if you just go off of memory's sake, Roku hit 100 and then it hit 120 and then it hit 132 and now it's gonna hit 140 and it's almost like could be an ascending triangle. No, it's not. It's not. It's more of an ascending wedge, which means it could come down eventually. But let's see here. XBit. All right, see, that was a perfect re-entry, I think. Yeah, there you go. Boom, pop. Fate is flat to me. Well, not really. 17 to 19 is 2 points on a $19 stock. Roku needs to break above this level. Otherwise, it's just going to downtrend for the rest of the day. Yeah. What percentage is it up? It's very dangerous here, but you could end up having an upside down cup and handle if it doesn't break over this level here. All right, we're in 146. Back down to 147. getting awfully close for it not to break over. Mm, My history with Roku, if it's gonna get that close, it's probably gonna break over. Kind of flat here on XBIT, which likely means those options that we purchased are devaluating, devaluing today. Getting getting Tony on the line. Oh, well, that's not good. That is not good. Bing bang. I have to go get that thing. Okay, so here goes X bit. Maybe. Very choppy. Looks a little like a bull flag on Roku. Mm, Hold on. I'm gonna call Mr. Hedges right now. It was $120.20 or something like that was the X bid. All right, guys. I'm here with Tony Hedges. He's had to run to the doctor today, so he was a little backed up, but he's on now. We did get an exit. Oh, yeah. So let's go.
Yeah. Expert you got in at 2020, 2030, as I called it, and it went to 2170, right? What was the high of that? 20. I
It
was in the
went to like
doctor's office.
1993, so it was a perfect bid.
No, but I'm saying like the high,
Oh,
21.
the high that it went to is 23.
No,
Well, after it hit the
after,
bid was 21.90 or something like that. 24
right.
or
Okay, so that's almost $1.80. I mean, if you know you got to be able to take that money. You know, you see $1.80 on the table, you know you got to take that money. I mean, I gave you $1.80. I'm still a believer. I'm still in it myself. I mean, I bought a lot while I was in the waiting room,
right, right.
and I'm still holding like half of my shares on it. That FATE, that one never reached my bid price, so I'm leaving it alone. It didn't make no sense, that trade anyway. I'm still in the VRNT, guys. Um, but that XIBT was a great trade. That's 20 and change. Even if you're in now at 20, you're still up 80 cents. You're still up $1.10 right now in the stock. I mean, that's, it's golden. I mean, making $1 a day, it's 5 points a week, it's 20 points a month. I think that's great. But
Yeah, I didn't get me personally, just on the sim, I didn't get out of that one yet, that X bit. Um, what are your thoughts?
I think that should cross the highs. It should go back to the highs of whatever it was, the 22, at least 2250 level
Yeah,
on the next pull up. But like I
I
said, I sold half. I'm still in half. And I'm watching. DocuSign broke 76 this morning. It's a merger. It's not a great day because of
doc.
it's merger money. A lot of buyouts. A lot of companies got bought out, meaning they get bought out, and for the price that they get bought out, they don't move. And it's over. This was the only one. It was really hard to find this one, but we found it. And like I said, it gave you over $1.50 at least in the stock. $1.60, $1.70.
Now it's at its lows. Let's see if it double bottoms or breaks. Yeah, it broke through the lows. Oh no, it didn't. The lows is
Okay,
let me see. This is a nice re-entry. Um,
it's in the next channel right here.
I don't know who these people are. Yeah, now it's doesn't look too good.
Let's watch. It's still in the range. It's still in the 10 point range of the chart. But you're up $1 and change, $1.60, $1.70. Take it. Take your money. I mean, it's fast trade, big bounce play.
Um, all right, XBit. I
I'm
don't know.
adding more of this thing anyway. I'm adding more of this.
You're getting more of that.
Yeah.
I am considering.
So,
You really think it's
yeah. Let, call me back. I'm getting called in the office here. Call me back.
okay? Goodbye. All right, so I don't know. So he's getting more of that. I'm trying to figure out. Yeah, yeah, there you go. That's kind of what I expected there. Um, XBit down to 25 on that pullback play. I'm just Okay, so here, take the peep this out on Achieve real quick. You notice how it broke below the dollar mark, and then now it's shooting back above the dollar mark. Usually that's people picking up stops. So this actually might be the perfect trade at the dollar. The fact that it broke below the dollar, picked up all those stop orders, and now is going back above. I'm gonna go ahead and, I mean, these are very cheap. $1,000 right there, market buy. That's it. In. Um, with a stop loss on this being the lows. Stop 1,095 cents. That's fine. So, XBIT Roku's doing good, but its momentum has slowed, which has created a sort of like this maximum sell. We got to break 147 again. There we go. It's created sort of like this, I don't know. It's only up 1.9%. Roku closes either down 3%, up 3%. So this has got a ways to move. Um, back down to 146, huh? XBit. Mm, Roku looks good. It's still technically in a downtrend now on this little pullback and pop. Yeah. Big is above 26. Why am I watching that stock? Market's going up, but it's starting to reverse, and you can see that in right here. You can see that right here. I think we're gonna see a little bit of a pop right here. Yeah, a little more than that. I'm thinking like the 21. It's gotta go to 21 to get to 22, right? This does seem a little bit ascending wedgish. This Roku can't seem to get above that 147 and stick. Um, Achieve. I don't know why I really had some faith in Achieve today, but it looks no bueno. We keep breaking. I mean, if we can, that's almost a triple top there. XBit, hold. Mm, Market's pulling back. There goes Achieve. That's over. Oh, all right. Roku just made a move. XBit hasn't done anything. Ridiculous. A lot of volume coming in on this here. Roku. Okay, I will get out at that. Mm, it's gonna let's exhaust these, the 12s and the 10s, and then just go to 20, 21, 40. Uh, yeah, there we go. That's a nice move. That's a nice move. And this X exhibit, fix my ride, pimp my ride. Like Tony said, it's still in the range, but we're playing with options, so rules differ. Um, yeah, even though it's about the same. Okay, here we go. If this pops here, we're in good shape. All right, because it's a change in trend. You got the downtrend, but that's not really an uptrend. An uptrend, but it's not really anything. Roku's hitting new highs. Wow. Hmm. That is really freaking soaring there, huh? How much are we up on the Rokus that we bought here? We bought, what did we buy? Three, right? I know we kept adding, that's right. So it's the total. Oh, no, 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 no. these two don't count. So we're up on two options almost. $260. But this is extremely overextended. A little concerned. XBIT. I mean, that's what it is, man. XBIT. Uh, XBIT is hurting me though. 148 we just hit. We went into it. It went 148.01. So who the hell knows? This could be a complete reversal of where were we yesterday? 150.66. Or not yesterday, but you know what I mean. 150. Could retest that level. It's a stretch, but wouldn't be unusual. I need this freaking. Come on. XBit. It's only up 18%. Okay. I do see sort of a reversing trend happening here with XBit. I like it a lot. We're going into 148 now on Roku. I mean, the smart move now is once it breaks 48 and shoots up to, let's say, 148.20, might be to take a partial because might even be smart to take a partial now. That would be my recommendation if you had more than one position. Would be to start taking partials. Just take one right down the middle. Oh, well, I just added by accident, but I meant to sell. I should wait till it gets to 148. By the time it gets to 148, it should be at like 5. Edit. Let's go 149, 495. Just achieve. I want to give up on it. Yeah, kind of just flattened out. I'm thinking there's going to be a late day pop on this. I don't know why. I think so. Look at what some of the asks are on here. Well, 123, but nobody's willing to pay more than $1. It's got to start moving. Needs to start moving. Mm, all right, here goes XBIT. 'Cause 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 'C 21, 2059. Let's move 9 points. It could definitely move a few more points. Although it's in a consistent downtrend, so yeah. Since its peak, it's been in a downtrend. Now it's starting to flatten. If it's gonna go up, it's gonna go up now. I mean, this little 1 point peak is not the move. Now, who's to say that's not gonna take all day? It might very well take all day. Hmm. Let's go, baby. There we go. I want to see you up 12 points today. I mean, the more it stays straight, the volume is decreasing. This pullback here on Roku just freaking missed my exit. Um, yeah, it dropped quite a bit. What the hell? By the way, I'm personally invested in 1, 2, and 3. Roku, Achieve, and Xbit. I'm just using this because I was setting up. I thought that Tony, I didn't know he was going to the doctor today. Uh, so I had it set up for him because usually he has like 10 picks. But no, I'm in all this stuff right here. I even took a shot at Sierra. I got in at like 54. And I figured if it went below 50, 49, I'd get out. Because it made quite the move. And I usually don't mess with stocks that low. And I broke my own rule. It didn't cost me anything. It cost me 20 bucks or something like that. 20 bucks. Yeah, see, what's happening here is we're creating a channel now. It should go back up, but the way it was headed, it could not stay consistent like that. No way. It was just going straight up. So it has to have some kind of channel created, which is now visible. That's good. This X bit, it's annoying the hell out of me. Yeah, that doesn't look good. Pop up past 1010. Remember, most stocks reverse between 9:45 and 10:10. This reversal started happening at 10:06. Exit. Test. Yeah. Meanwhile, the market is soaring. SPY is at 315 right now. Didn't I have that on here? OBSV. I was watching that. I was observe. OBSV. It's doing terrible. But I wonder what the pivots are on this one because it sure has a lot of volume. All right. So, good. Come on. I don't know. Profit target is 22.22, which is what it was at open. No, at open it was 20.80. So drop below the profit targets. I don't know if it's going to hit 22.22 today. It's moving awfully slow. Volume. We're now at 10% of the floats. This could move. This could move. Like, this could really take off. It has the potential. It's just not. Patience, maybe. Patience might be the virtue. Profit target on this one's 140 unachieve, but it is yet to bounce yet. It may not bounce. Fate, RCKT, Kildo, Agio. Let's look at Alpha Predator. PHCF seems to be killing it today. Shot up almost to 4, back down. That's done. Mm, 2056. Today is one of those boring days where everything is moving slow. Even when there was just a shot up here, There we go. Nice move on XBIT. Looks like it shot up to 21. Now we're getting some action here. Finally. Roku's popping up. Achieve is the same. Big, wow. It's moving today. All right, 2088. We're going into the 21 range, meaning these options here should start moving. How's that possible? The mark is 250 here. That's an incorrect mark. 2066. This is confusing as hell. All right, come on, we had a little pop here. Let's keep that going. So there we go. Should continue. Roku popping as well. Roku's gonna pop up. I think Roku's gonna go to like 151 today. 150 and change. If you look at the chart, maximize sell, 1 year, 1 day. You got the pop. This little, see, it already had its pullback. And then it pops up, has 2 days of pullbacks. I don't know. It's very unusual here. I saw it on a different chart and it looked more clear as to what it was doing. You could say even upside down cup and handle, but that's not what's happening today. Could be, could happen, but I think this is just still part of the pulls. It's very up and sloppy. There's no trend on Roku you can really monitor. Oh, here goes Achieve. If I see it go past 110, I'll get excited. But ooh, just had a burst of volume. Oof, it was trying very hard to stay above 201 there. It's heavy selling going on there. All right. Test, 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 test. All right, breaking 21. Hoping we have a nice breakout. What's this high here? Create alerts. 2194. So that's a whole other point. Very slow moving stock. All right, we're at 21. This is having so much trouble just getting over 21. I don't think it's gonna happen. I don't know. Getting out of that. Getting out of XBIT. That's just ridiculous. Um, ridiculous. What else? Fate, we're not in. Oh, that's a buy order. Roku, we're still positive at the levels that we bought at, but it's needs to pop up here. Good get out too. Starting to dump. And Achieve is at 101. Achieve's gonna surprise us with a pop in the middle of the day. Let's see what the AI is saying about Roku right now. Oof. 145.65. Volume has never been so high for this stock. Selling. Okay. There's a typical example of Roku popping out the gate. Popping out the gate, popping down, doesn't hit the highs. The next day, popping out the gate, popping down, never goes over those highs. That's just been the trend lately. Except for here, you could say. But it really didn't go down. This just went straight up all day. Straight up all day. Pop, drop, same level. It either crushes it. This is kind of what we're looking at right now. Although not really. Okay, so it looks like it's attempting to go back up. I think this is gonna go to one if it doesn't get stopped out. Doesn't look too good right now. This needs news, man. It's been absentee of news for quite some time. What is this? 11.6. Used to move very differently. If I take you back, it just used to move much, much differently. That's a common Roku move. Pops at the gate, comes down, does nothing. Pops at the gate, comes down, does nothing. See? And it usually does that a few days in a row too. So it's weird that it's like that. Um, right now, I see a reversal. You see, you get the candlestick line going up. Yeah, I definitely see a reversal happening right now. Looks good. Huh. Heroku's going back to 147, 148. If it does it quickly, we got a shot. If we have to wait until 2 o'clock for it to hit 148 again, forget it. It's over. That's the highest it's going to go. And that's also the profit target. Oh, look at that. Achieve is taking off right as I decide to look it up. Again, I feel like at $1, you can't go wrong on this. Not today. It had that huge move up to $2. Now it's at $1. Buy it at $1. Every cent that goes up is another percent. Keep your stop loss tight on it. 95. So you're risking 5% to make how much? Well, profit target on this is 140 to make 40%. Seems like a good play to me. 5% to make 40. That's why I have in the 5 finger strategy stocks 90 cents to $12 uh, instead of $1 to $12. No, it's 90 cents to $12 because those 90-cent stocks, they can reap really good rewards. But let's see if this picks up, if this catches attention. I think it's gonna do it. Let's see if it shows up on Alpha Predator. That just means increased volume. Stock is gapping. FTSV. Oof. Oof. This one had no warning sign. Just took off. Oh my God. Almost 100%. Did go up 100% practically. FTSV. Where did this? Why did this not show up on any of my? Except it is showing up now. See, Achieve just popped up on the scanners, which means it's gonna draw attention. Which means it may go up. But this FTSV, man, my God, they called this a buy at 888. See what Barry's playing. CLDR. Yeah, that's making good moves. APTO, he just added. APTO. APTO. My God, look at that one. No. He just added this one too. He just picked up shares of this on Barry's window. Seems like a scary place to add. A little bit of a chase. Unless the AI is saying something different. AI looks like it's got the entry here, the stop here. Where's the profit target? I'm not going to get them all They bought this at 10:03. Ah, why was I not paying attention to this? Uh, but what was the profit target? That's what I want to know. All right. Full risk. Target. Risk percentage. Risk profits. Time until exit. 5 hours. That's holding those in. Okay, test. Yeah, this APTO killed it, man. And he's just making day trades. He's doing a swing on big. APTO. He's, wow. APTO was right under my nose. I need to keep this. You know what? That's the problem. Is I keep this on this page, which I now use for you guys. Oh, I got something good here. I got a fuse on my highs and lows. APTO, we already know. DBA, Feeney, SVRA. It's like the market is kicking butt right now. Roku did exactly what we thought it was going to do, but APTO, man, that was crazy. Float 41 million. What's the volume activity on here? 3 million. That's why Achieve is not doing jack right now. It's staying at 106. Everybody's looking at this APTO. It looks like it hit 4. Could it break 4, go to 5? Um, build account builder. He sold APTO already. Um, all right. Trying to get out of this. I need to leave this on a monitor over here. That way I don't miss those anymore. Cause that would have been great. At since then we were like not doing anything. 10:03, whatever it was. Meanwhile, AI was getting into APTO. APTO. Um, at 10:10, or what was it, 10:05? They got in when it was at like 3:11. Went all the way to 4. From now on, I gotta see how you do that. There's a way to. It gets annoying, and most positively annoying. But the problem is, it's very hard because everything comes separate. Once you save screen onto a certain screen, it's very hard to pull it back. I don't know when you sent that message, but XBIT, I took a loss on it. It's um, yeah, I had no choice to take a loss on it. I mean, I got in on it with options, so that's a time, sensitive, or you know, something that goes down with time decay. So I was not going to be able to hold that over a couple days. But if you have like shares, I don't know. Tony's not here, so that was his pick. I know nothing about. I looked at the range, and I thought it needed to go down to 17 before I got in it. He said 20, so it's still in the range, but it's so slow. That's the problem. It's just so slow. Oh, is this the pop? I know this one's gonna pop eventually. OBSV was on my watch list. I have to get, okay, in order to move everything, you have to, let's put this over here. Put this over here. Put this over here. Put this over here. And then we'll start with experts only. It's an interesting one. Never seen that. Experts only. This must be new. I don't remember seeing this. So in order to get everything to this side, I think you have to literally bring it over. Unfortunately, you guys won't be able to see it though. That's the annoying part. Well, that's the good thing about, I guess I could sign in. You can sign in on your online account, and then you could just move it all around in one shot. But we really don't need everything on this screen. Like, for example, let me first file, save layout. Alright, Okay, well that didn't work. Pre-market movers, this is very few. So boom, 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 boom. God, it's so annoying. Boom, boom, boom. New. Upgrade now. Oh, I need to upgrade my well, there's one solution. Could simply just keep it in the web form, and then I can keep it like you don't get on. Oh yeah, they do give you Omni AI here. Someone told me they didn't, and now I simply just if I want to keep Alpha Predator or if I want to keep Omni AI. Oh, but this doesn't show you everything. Yeah, you don't get everything. You're supposed, there's a lot more tools on Omni AI than what you're seeing here. Um, but it's good enough. And then I can move it around. But I know there's a way to save it to that other screen. By the way, if you want to get trade ideas yourself, there's a thing below with the discount code Breakout 15, all caps. It's case sensitive. Breakout 15, one word. Um, you can get 15% off the latest version. There should be a link below. You always want to update to the newest version because I think I was at the newest version already. But look what happened. Now that I updated with it in the corner over here, it seems to be staying. Um, nope. Ah. All right. Brokerage plus. Okay, here's not a lot of stuff here. Boom. 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 Brokerage Plus, by the way, is this awesome little system. Oh, it looks like Achieve is next in line on trade candidates for Brokerage Plus. Looks like it's at 106 now. This doesn't make any sense. Roku. Yeah, Roku's just going to kind of go down for the rest of the day. The theta on Roku is... God damn it. I didn't mean to hit a button. The theta. Woo! That's a high theta. 42.
42. Better off selling it. It's good to catch that move out the gate when it takes off, you know. Oh, this is a new look. I guess this is from the upgrade. Let me see. Earnings. No, I don't even see the pre-market. Earnings. That is an ugly new look. Oh, look at that though. You got more stuff. Now this is cool. Check that. Now this is awesome actually. They never used to have this. They have a profile for every stock. So let's look at broker real quick. Oh, this is sick. Achieve is at 107. Achieve's coming up. You're up 7% already. But insiders. So Anthony Wood, transfer type, automatic sell. So okay, so a lot of people, a lot of CEOs have automatic selling on their, shares. Like Zuckerberg looks like he's selling millions of dollars of shares every, week, but he's not. He has like some sort of charity arrangement. Okay. Anthony Wood, acquisition, non-open market. Okay, so he picked up some shares. 12-2. 12-2. Alright, so 12-2 is right here. So he picked up some shares literally right at 132. I mean, come on. That's exactly where I picked up those shares that day as well. Right at 132. And he probably picked them up. Does it say the price? No, but he did pick up 35,000 shares. Currently, and that doubles his share size of what he's holding. So he hasn't sold anything yet. I love that they added insiders on here. Like if you go to Facebook, you'll see Zuckerberg. Uh, no. I'm gonna have to cross. Yeah, there you go. Zuckerberg. Um, yeah. With huge sells. See, he sells in huge lots. Supposedly, that's for charity or something. That's what I've been told. Charity, probably lobbying. But that is a cool little addition they added to the profile. Let's see. These are all insiders, so people in the know. Scott Rosenberg, acquiring, sell, option execution, acquiring, disposition, automatic sell, acquisition, automatic sell, options execution. It doesn't tell you what kind of options execution. And it gives you their relation to the company, which I think is pretty cool. I mean, there's a website that has the same information, but now that they just added it, like that's mad dope, yo. Let me see. Let me add this here. 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 And there's a way to make it stay. Windows. I need to keep this on a separate page, man. Close all layouts. There you go. You gotta go to options and then layouts. And then I'm gonna put open relative to main window. So it knows this is the main window. I don't think that that's correct. I don't think that that's gonna work. Alright, let's see. Hey, it worked! Alright, so now that's on that window. That's beautiful. And then in the morning, I really, now that I know how to switch them around, you know, the up gappers is what really everybody wants to see for the most part. X bit, not looking good. Roku just took a dive. Come on, right there. Yeah, see, it's like these are barely down. If it doesn't pop up here, it's time to get out. Talking about Roku. Got achieve Roku. That's all we're in. Maybe X bit. I don't know. X bit. Stupid. It's a good play. 2 points. 5 minutes, but I played it stupid.
To invest in and build, right? They're considered the leader in that space. Certainly not something that they're going to step away from.
HD.
Do you think Amazon, back to Amazon for a second, you know, in this complaint, talking about what they say was the president's intervention in the award of the Jedi contract, do you think that they raised the stakes even more and perhaps raised the threat to them, given the president certainly has made it no secret and seems to at least try to make things more difficult for them if he can?
Well, I think there's only so much that they can do. This is the first step in the process, and I think they'll see how far this can take them.
We'll talk about SaaS companies. They had taken a beating during the fall, but I'm looking at Shopify, which is really a platform as well as being a retail play. Adobe, Salesforce, all those have rebounded, but not all the way back.
Activision, not Activision, ACTV.
Those have rebounded and the others haven't, or are they likely to come back down, or some others, like say Workday, likely to come back up?
Yeah, so that's a little bit outside of my world. You know, I'm much more focused on the internet space, but I think if you look at tech broadly, there's been a real dispersion in terms of outperformers and underperformers.
This would be your low to buy at
the space. Something like Shopify that's got the exposure to
145.50.
We're seeing very strong numbers coming out of Black Friday already, 20% growth in e-commerce spending. So you've seen the kind of outperformance across that group, benefiting them as a whole. You've still got real meaningful underperformers within tech that have missed this kind of rally. The ones particularly that are sort of most exposed to regulation have been central to that. And so I think this hasn't been the kind of rally that's been across the entire market. It's been much more company specific because of factors like that.
Obviously, huge year for IPOs. Some of them good, many more maybe not so much, underperforming. In terms of the next classes or the next generations of tech companies that investors need to keep their eye on, and what those trends are, what those future IPOs will entail, what are they?
Yeah, so we've seen a lot of investment going into some of those early stage areas. You look at sort of seed and Series A venture capital, that's been declining pretty significantly. You know, every quarter since Q3 of 2016, we've seen that.
I didn't mean to do that.
More money has gone into late stage.
Gotta be careful
like
of the auto send.
Food delivery. You've had obviously a lot of that going into areas like AI, machine learning has been a huge area for investment. We're starting to see some of those companies begin to make their way to market. That's probably what our class of 2020 is going to look like. It's also, there were things that were supposed to make it in 2019 that are going to get pushed out into the next year. This will be the first year that we've seen in a while where U.S. venture capital was down in Q3. Chinese venture capital was down the last 4 quarters in a row. So there's a real, I think, step back being taken because of the performance of IPOs this year by venture capitalists, saying we need to get a hold on what's going on with venture capital, with valuations within venture capital, and we need to see whether or not the public markets for these things are really going to be there on the other side.
Well, speaking of IPOs, certainly this year we think of Uber oftentimes and the underperformance there. You have a $44 price target. I think that's 4 times enterprise value over sales. Why are you positive?
Yeah, so we're positive mainly because we see what's happening in mobility, right? We're not going back to standing on the street corner and holding up our hand hoping that a taxi picks us up. This is clearly something that we all use. People value it. People are clearly willing to pay a premium for it. We've seen prices for Ubers and Lyfts go up on average, we think about 20% a year over the last couple of years. That hasn't hurt demand. You're still seeing 25-30% growth for these services because consumers value this. And so we see a lot of value there as these companies get closer to profitability. These are marketplace models that should be able to generate 30% plus businesses, so 30% plus margins. And those kind of companies typically trade at 6 to 8 times sales when they're growing in this 20 to 30% range. So that's where we see the upside coming from as they get closer to profitability.
They're going to keep spending all that money on eats and freight and other areas that may eat up capital for a while?
Yeah, I think they will. I think you're certainly going to see rationalization, particularly around the eats business. Clearly, the amount of venture capital, one of the one of the biggest areas that we've seen declines in is in that food delivery space. It is starting to get more rational. You're not seeing the same kind of couponing and subsidies going into that you were seeing even just 6 months ago. And that's what has to happen for that Eats business to get to profitability and justify the investments that they've been making.
Heath, appreciate your stopping by. Thank you.
Anytime, David.
Heath Terry, Goldman Sachs.
And when we come back, billionaire tech investor Peter Thiel was at the Reagan National Defense Forum over the weekend, as we mentioned. We will fill you in on investing lessons.
I think getting in on Uber right now with a sizable amount of money is like getting in on Apple.
About flat. Don't go away. We'll be right back.
I mean, tech obviously is not as big as transportation, but just in terms of potential for growth, Uber is sitting at $28? No. That's not. Or what is it sitting at? Probably up today if Goldman Sachs put a buy on it. It's the cheapest you could possibly get this. Would have been $25.58. So in 20 years, you're going to be telling people, I bought Uber when it was $25. And they're going to be like, what? And Uber at that point will be $2,500. Like Amazon. AMZN. They're taking over freight. They're taking over everything, man. That's just crazy. Eventually, they're going to get into anything that's anything. If you need a freaking certain kind of nail from Home Depot, take a picture of it. They'll come bring it to you. Let me time frame. Let's go custom. 1/1/19. 99. That's 20 years. No, that can't be right. Is it the millennium? Yeah, no, that can't be right. Customized time frame. Okay.
Welcome back to Squawk Alley. Peter Thiel, an influential,
Oh, it's not gonna fit.
and at times
But
controversial name.
yeah, it was $42 a share.
Speaking on a panel I was moderating at the annual Reagan National Defense Forum in Sydney,
And a low of $5 a share.
Investor in SpaceX and
20 years ago. My
God.
God. If only you would have known.
And funding.
In both cases, took a wickedly long time, probably close to a decade, to start getting significant contracts from the U.S. military, and in some ways they were not conventionally venture fundable. I personally funded Palantir. Elon personally funded SpaceX. We got outside capital maybe six years in to both businesses. And so if you have something where you have a 6-year gap and can only get funded by someone who's putting in tens of millions of dollars as a sort of slightly quixotic project, that's a tricky template to repeat. So I think there definitely are lessons one can learn from Palantir and SpaceX. We made a lot of mistakes, and maybe ways to sort of develop these things more quickly, to procure things somewhat faster. But if you have a decade-long process.
No timeline on when Palantir may go public. Certainly this is one that investors have been watching closely. Also saying on that topic that one of the challenges of taking a company or taking companies public, that's always a danger when it comes to tech companies, that he sees it as almost a coup by the accountants and the lawyers when you're still innovating fast and hard, but basically reaffirming that at some point in the future, he expects both Palantir and SpaceX to go public. A company's bigness also may be its biggest weakness when it comes to disrupting in an area like defense, according to Thiel, who also co-founded PayPal
Here's the
and now sits on
reversal.
Facebook's board.
Went from $3.80 to
All
$4.
these advantages
Broke
that
$4.
larger scale companies have. When I started PayPal years ago, very different context, I was always asked, why can't a big bank just do this? And I never had a good answer to that, because in theory the banks have scale, they can have longer time horizons, they have more capital, they have a lot of talent. And I think the general answer is that it's just the internal politics are unbelievably bad, and this is true not just of large parts of the government. It's also true of a lot of large corporations become incredibly politicized in ways that are not good for innovation. So I think you can acquire a technology company at that point where you don't need to innovate anymore. So if it's a fully formed thing, maybe that's a point at which it makes sense for the primes to acquire them.
Now, he also did once again weigh in on, as we just talked about at the top of the hour, the fact that Google had pulled out of its military work with Project Maven last year here in the U.S. while still continuing to have its AI research capabilities in China, talking about that and reaffirming this notion of AI, artificial intelligence, as a dual-use technology and one that could be first applied where defense, national security, and military is concerned, which is why he sees that as such a cause for concern. He weighed in on this idea of reframing this ethical debate, basically saying it's not an ethical debate, but around companies, American companies, tech companies, working with the U.S. military.
For sure it is.
But